Hello everybody, welcome back to SSB Crack Exams. I am Anuradha and in this session we are going to know about the important personal life questions that are most frequently asked in your SSB interview. So let us look into what is personal interview since this personal life questions will be asked in your personal interview. So we'll know what personal interview is all about, how to dress for the personal interview, how you should prepare for personal interview and what are the different type of frequently asked questions related to personal life of yours that is asked in this personal interview. So let us know first of all what personal interview is. Now the dress code that you need to follow for the personal interview in SSB is the formal dress code. The personal interview does not have any fixed day. It can be conducted on any of the 3 days after the tests of that day are over. However, you will be intimated about your personal interview timing 1 day before. The interviewing officer in this personal interview will sit before you and only you and the interviewing officer will be present in the interview room. The interviewing officer, based on the data that you have provided in your PIQ or personal information questionnaire form, will ask various questions related to your personal life like family, academics, participation in sports and extracurricular activities, hobbies and interests, responsibilities, and also questions about general knowledge including armed forces, current affairs, and so on. The timing of the personal interview will vary from 10 minutes to an hour. However, the timing of the personal interview will not determine whether there is a chance of you getting recommended or not. Now, let us look into the different type of questions that are asked in personal interview. So, the interviewing officer can ask you questions which are rapid fire questions or CIQs. That means the questions will be asked to you in a cluster. So, you have to listen to all the questions in a cluster and answer them one by one. Next, the questions related to your personal life will be asked. Questions from PIQ form will definitely be asked. Questions related to defense related will be asked. So, for example, if you're going for army, the questions related to army will be asked. If you're going for navy or air force, questions related to navy or air force will be asked. Questions related to national and international current affairs, also burning topics are asked most importantly. Questions related to your educational background, technical knowledge, etc. are asked specifically for direct entries. Now we will look into some important or most frequently asked personal life questions in personal interview. So questions like this can come. What does your name mean and what significance do you derive from it? So here basically you need to know the meaning of your name. What are the different qualities in your name that you can relate with your own strength? So basically you need to describe about your strength and how you can relate this strength with the meaning of your name. Tell me about your district. So you need to know everything in your district. Okay. So you need to know all the places of interest in your district. You need to know the administration, the ruling party, the governor, the chief minister, and all the important, the personalities who have been into defense or any famous celebrity who was there in your particular district. So the culture and the heritage, all the important tradition, everything including festivals, food, places of interest, everything has to be known about the place that you are residing. Tell me about your family, and this is very, very important since it will check whether you are connected with your family, you are there with your family or not. So you need to know your family like your father, mother, your sibling or anybody who's there in your family, their educational qualification, their monthly income, then how you spend time with your family, their strengths and weaknesses, and what you are, what they think about you from their perspectives. Tell me about your education after class 8 till now. It can be also from class 12, graduation, postgrad. So basically you have to know the percentage of marks that you have scored in each of the classes, what subjects you chose in each class, why you chose them, how it helped, how the subjects helped you in your graduation or post-graduation or any further higher studies. Okay, so each and every educational achievements should also be noted by you in each of your classes. Why did your marks fell down from class 10 to class 11 and 12? So you should have a valid reason for it. Why do you want to join defense? Again, you should prepare at least 10 points about why you want to join defense. What are the important things in defense that have attracted your attention and motivated you to join the service? If you were so inspired to join defense, then why you didn't join NCC? So again, you should have a valid answer to it. Next, they can also ask you regarding your strengths and weaknesses which you should prepare. So please prepare at least 10 strengths and 10 weaknesses of yours, right? And please concentrate your strengths and weaknesses on your personality traits. That means personality wise, what are your strengths and weaknesses? which regiment, arm branch do you want to join and why? So if you're going for army, they can ask you which regiment you want to join, or if you're going for air force, they can ask you which squadron you want to join, or which branch you want to join in air force or in navy. So whatever branch you want to join, please make sure that you know about that branch, everything, okay, like when it was created and founded and so on, what medals it have received, what wars it had participated in, okay, where are their headquarters, what are their insignia and everything, because these questions will be asked of you if you talk about your favorite regiment or favorite branch that you really want to join. Why have you only applied for army? Don't you like air force and navy? So this can also ask if you want to join navy or air force. So here you should give strong points about your preference for one particular service and not the other. But however, if you prefer all three, you can also talk about that. Tell me about the competitive exams you have appeared in. So this will include all your competitive exams from JEE mains to civil service, okay, to banking, to railway, to all the defense exams that you have taken like NDA and so on. So make sure that you know about all the competitive exams you have taken, what were your results in them, and why you think if you have not qualified in one of the competitive exams, why you think you were not able to do so, because questions will be asked of you. Do you have a boyfriend or girlfriend? If not, then why? If yes, how did you two become close? Now this is a very tricky question, so it's up to you whether you want to answer it or not. But if you're answering this question and you answer it truthfully, it's important that you be frank and straightforward, right? Do your parents know about your relationship or relationships? Again, you should be quite frank and truthful to these kinds of relationship based questions, right? Questions again related to your friends can come up, like who's your best friend and why so please prepare 5 points why that person is your best friend, and what kind of people you don't like. So this will again can come up as a question, like what kind of persons you want to make friends with and so on, what qualities you see in a person before making that person your friend. Who are you closer to in your family? Again, a very tricky question, and don't be diplomatic, because sometimes comparative questions can also ask, like whether you like your father or your mother. So don't be diplomatic and say I like both, okay, both are equal for me and all, because if you really like your mother more than your father, and I'm not saying liking somebody more than anyone, preferring somebody over another, then I would suggest you to talk about it frankly. Who is your favorite teacher and why? So again, you should know who's your favorite teacher and why so. Okay, again, you should have strong and valid points of liking a teacher or making the teacher your favorite. Tell me about your timetable, daily routine. Very, very important. Now, your daily routine should be strictly divided, in the sense it should be very, very specific. So you should mention your daily routine with specific timings, the time when you wake up. So you have to say I wake up at 5 a.m. and then I get freshen up and I go for a running at 5:30. I come back home at 6 a.m. I have my breakfast at 6 a.m. or whatever. So you have to mention each and everything that you do in your daily routine with exact timings, right? What is your role at home? Again, it's very important. So merely studying or just preparing for an exam is not the only thing that you should do as a son or as a brother in your home. You should also contribute to some household works and all. So make sure you do it, really do it, and talk about it. Okay, so your contribution to your families again will be asked. How much is your pocket money or salary and how do you spend it? So if you're a working professional, they can ask you how much is your salary, how you spend it. Again, it should be very specifically talked of. Okay, you should specifically mention how much money you save, where you invest, and how much money you invest in where, and all your savings, how much you save, how much you spend, and everything. And same for your pocket money, right? So I hope that you prepare these questions very, very importantly and write down the answers and prepare them, because these are most frequently asked questions related to your personal life in the personal interview in SSB. So in order to know what other questions can be asked of you in your SSB personal interview, I would suggest you to take our course, which is the best course in the online market, right? It's the best course available, and download our app from the Google Play Store, which is SSB Crack Exams Learning app. Get yourself enrolled into our SSB Interview online course, and inside the course you'll find a section called SSB Personal Interview, and you could see so many lectures and study materials we have provided, which will thoroughly prepare you for the personal interview, which is the most important part of the SSB interview. Also, if you are preparing for a lot of our SSB interviews lined up throughout the year, we have provided for your benefit 1 year full access to the course, so you can automatically and repeatedly keep yourself updated and keep on improving and keep on appearing for SSB interview. If you're also preparing for any other written defense exams, also make sure you check out the other courses that we have provided and which are also available on our app. So download our app today, get yourself enrolled into any course of your choice and use the code warrior10 to get an extra 10% on any of the courses. I hope that this session was quite useful to you, that you will start preparing for personal interview with real seriousness, okay, and not take it very lightly, because it's very, very important. It's the only time when you will be face to face sitting in front of an interviewing officer and answering questions, like really answering them, not through PPT, not through psychological tests, not through GT, that is group task or group discussion or conference. Okay, so it's very important that you perform and give your very best in the personal interview. So I will see you next with something more helpful and informative and interesting related to your SSB interview preparation. Till then, stay tuned with us and always stay positive and motivated. Jai Hind.
अगर आप एक डिफेंस एस्पिरेंट हैं और एसएसबी इंटरव्यू, एनडीए, सीडीएस, एफकैट जैसे एग्जाम्स के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं तो आप एसएसबी क्रैक एग्जाम्स के कोर्स को चेक करना ना भूलें। आप हमारी लर्निंग एप्लीकेशन को गूगल प्ले स्टोर से भी डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं।